All right, Shalom Israel. I like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. And this is your fellow servant, Ariah. And as you can see, we in the news, man. Hey, we're in the news, man. And it's going down, man. Hey, we're going to get straight into it, man. I don't want to keep y'all for too long. We're going to we're going to cover these scriptures real quick and then right to the video, man. All right. There's a lot of stuff that I could have talked about, put in here. But hey, man, we just kept it a little simple. But hey, it may be simple, but it's very potent, man. All right. Shit is going down out here, man. Hey, the end of 2023 is finna go out with a bang, man. I'm telling you, man. Shit finna get fucking chaotic out here, man. Anyway, let's get to it, man. This 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where's the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. Yo, this is what you simpletons think, man. Y'all think shit just gonna continue on forever, man. And ain't shit ever gonna change. Y'all think that the holy scriptures, the oracles of God, the holy Bible, y'all think that this is a fairy tale, man. Y'all think this is a sci-fi movie, man. This shit is going down, man. This book is living. This is reality, man. And this is a reality y'all about to wake up to, man. The American nightmare is about to come into play, man. All right, you at the end of this movie, man. The credits are about to roll on this place that you know and what you call America, man, which is Babylon the Great. Verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust, and saying, where's the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. Yeah, and it's the same thing that y'all about to happen to y'all again, man. All right, just like those in the ancient times back with Noah, that was asking when is this come? When is the coming of the Father? When is rain gonna come that you've been talking about? When is this rain gonna happen that you've been talking about? And then all of a sudden their ass got flooded, right? And was put to death. Hey, the same thing finna happen to you simpletons again, man. Y'all out here walking around like everything is there, peaches and cream, like shit is sweet. Hey, y'all about to be overflowed again, man. All right, y'all about to perish again, man. That think that this book is a fairy tale, man. These events are happening, and hey, man, we right here, man, at the precipice. Going to the next scripture, man. All these things are happening, man, in the earth, man. This is Revelation chapter 6. Verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And what does this represent? This represents inflation. All right, a measure of wheat for a penny, meaning a small amount of wheat, a small amount of barley for a penny. That penny represents a denarius, which means a day's wage of work, man. All right. So in today's terms, that'd be like headed to the grocery store, get 1 bag of groceries for almost $150, man. That's how it's gonna be, man. That's what's coming, man. But the scriptures say, see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, meaning see thou hurt not those with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. The oil is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The wine is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that followed on him was Death, and he followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. Once again, that goes back to that statue in Daniel. All right, when the fourth part of that statue, all right, down at the feet, at the end of these empires that had that all had their era, all had their age to rule. Now we're at the end of their rulership. All right. So at the end of their rulership, at the end of their age, which we are in, what's coming in this fourth part, which is where we at today in this era, in the Euro NATO / the new Roman Empire, what's coming to this place? To kill with the sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. This is what you're about to see happening out here, man. You're about to see a lot of killing with the sword, all right? You're about to see a lot of people going hungry, famine, being famished, and you're about to see a lot of death out here, man. And I ain't talking about a little bit of death. No, I'm talking about so much death that it's going to blow your damn mind. And with the beast of the earth, man. And the beast of the earth going to continue coming into the cities, continue swimming up on shore, eating you people, man. Moving on, man. Trying to make it quick. Because that video kind of long. This Isaiah 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Yo, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, for you are the biblical Israelites. Hey, the Most High said, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hey, you people, hey, you women out here being at ease, man. You women still at ease to this very point time and day, man. You got a lot of you women running around here thinking that you ain't supposed to do no work, thinking you supposed to just sit at the house and kick your feet up and you ain't got to help your man. That if your man can't provide for everything, then he ain't no man. This is the mind frame that's in a bunch of you damn stupid ass women heads, man. What did the Most High say, man? Hey, he said, rise up, you women that are at ease. All right, you sit back here, you collect all this damn government assistance, and you sit around here and think that because a man can't afford everything, but yet your ass can't afford everything, but you look down upon him. How simple can you be? But you gonna look down upon him, but yet you can't even afford to keep a roof over your head if it wasn't for the government. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. Yeah, the Most High is finna take away all this government assistance. You damn women are about to be in trouble out here, man. All right? You done wrote it. Hey, your mouth done wrote a check that your ass ain't gonna be able to cash, man. All out here is finna break loose. And you single women are about to get it, man. You careless women. Yeah, the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. Trouble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled. Ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Yeah, this is what you gonna cry. You finna be out here mourning because you ain't gonna have no food. You ain't gonna have no government assistance. You ain't gonna have no protection because your wicked ass been running your mouth and then ran off the men in your life, and now you alone. Simple ass. Continuing on, man. Revelation 18. Let's get it. And after Revelation 18, verse 1, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. Yeah, America is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils and the hole of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean bird and hateful bird. Yeah, this place is full with wickedness, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3. You have no idea who you are, what you're supposed to be doing. All right. You don't want to come back to your heritage. You don't want to listen to the scriptures. You want to stay out here being defiled among the heathen and living life as the heathen. All right. So therefore, since you in this heathenistic mind frame and running along with the heathen and doing in and everything and this do what you want spirit, do as thou wilt spirit, you only live once spirit. Hey, this place has became the habitation of every foul spirit, man. Y'all will allow anything to go on, man. You will allow anything to go on. This is how fucking brain dead you people are, man. Got men out here talking about their women. Got women out here talking about their men. Soon come, you finna have people trying to say it's okay for grown ass damn individuals to be with little kids, man. And you people allow this shit, man. I understand wickedness, man. And y'all uphold this place, love this place, want to stay in this place, man. Wicked ass so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, supporting this bullshit, man. Wanting this shit to continue on, man. And I'm ready to get the fuck up out of this place, man. Goddamn bullshit ass society, man. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And this is how you know this is America, you damn simple ass Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you damn false prophets out here, man. Acting like y'all don't know what Babylon is, man. Babylon is America, man. This is the place where all the other nations get rich, man. This place don't export shit. We import, man. We are a consumer nation, man. This is how all the nations have got rich, man. Damn simple ass, know nothing damn people, man. Let's go, man. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And who's going to come out? Who are the people? The Israelites, the chosen of the chosen. That's who's going to come out. The elect in the 1/3. 2/3 of you hard-headed, rebellious ass, stupid ass. They have cloned Tyrone ass Israelites. You gonna stay in this goddamn stupid ass mind frame of wanting to stay in America and uplift America, man, which is Babylon the Great. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. Yeah, man, God have remembered her iniquities. This place is out of here, man. And you gonna see it through the video, man. This place is out of here. Even the simple know this place is out of here, man. Yeah. This place is done for, man. This 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men. Yeah, they're going to be sedition among men. Civil unrest, man. All right, riding, warring against each other, man. Egyptians versus Egyptians, meaning Americans versus Americans, man. Civil war, man. All right, race wars, man. All that, man. Food wars, class wars, man. Yeah, it's going to be going down like that out here, man. Sedition among men. Nobody listening to the president. Nobody listening to the government officials. All right, the local officials, man. Everybody doing what they want to do, man. Yeah, for they shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their action shall stand in their power. Yeah, they're going to start to take action in their own power, man. Doing what they want to do, man. You women are about to be in trouble out here, man. Let's go. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, lockdowns. Yeah. Martial law. Yeah. Too much trouble in the city where you can't even go into the motherfucker because it's just all out hell breaking loose. Yeah, all that's going to be going on. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Yeah, because of you people's pride, the city shall be troubled. You people are very proudful. You people have no fear of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Now he got to take the belt off and whoop your ass, man. Yeah, he got to take the belt off and whoop your prideful ass, man. Hey, the scriptures say what? Destruction. Hey, it's a pride goeth before destruction, man. Yeah, your ass is about to get destroyed, you proudful so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Yeah, you about to get your ass whooped in Jacob's trouble, man. Yeah, these cities are about to be put on lockdown, and it's going to be martial law out here, and it's going to be rioting and all kind of madness going on. Yeah, just like that, man. For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see that? It say men shall be afraid. You see that? It say men shall be afraid. You see that? It say men shall be afraid, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman. So what the hell you think you gonna be? If the men shall be afraid. Simple as. Let's get it, man. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Yeah, pulling the kick though, coming in with the guns blazing. Killing you and anything in sight, man. Yeah. But they shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the what? Because of the lack of bread. Because of the what? Because of the lack of bread. Yeah, it's going to be famines out here because of the lack of bread. Yeah, it's going to be people hungry out here because of the lack of bread. Yeah, it's going to be people that can't afford the prices in the stores because of inflation and because of what? Because of the lack of bread, man. Yeah, it's going down, man. And for great tribulation. For who? For great tribulation. Hard times, harsh times, hellish conditions, man. Adversity, miseries, suffering, pain. This is how it's going down, man. The hell you goddamn simple ass goddamn so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out here talking about. Talking about chasing the bag. Talking about if a man can't pay for all my bills, then I don't want him. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see what y'all going to do. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. And enjoy the video. Shalom.
Late this afternoon, migrants started arriving at St. Johnville Academy just as a judge ruled the city could not use the old school as a shelter. About 30 migrants are now refusing to leave, left in limbo with nowhere else to go as the city appeals the judge's decision.
About 20 other migrants who arrived this afternoon decided to leave the shelter on their own after they were heckled by protesters outside of the school. They said that they did not feel safe. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan is live on Staten Island with the very latest. Jim.
Liz, the people of Staten Island said no today, and they meant it. The mayor planned to house migrants from the southern border at this former grade school in a fully residential neighborhood with 4 other schools filled with children nearby. The city brought the migrants in, and they were greeted by their new neighbors.
You're not welcome!
A migrant crisis came to Staten Island today as dozens of recent immigrants were bused to a former Catholic school here for housing. Residents were furious.
Oh! Where's the children? You're not welcome!
We have an all-girls Catholic high school literally 50 feet from this facility. If your 16-year-old daughter attended this school, would you want a migrant shelter right across the street?
To come down here and see this neighborhood and what's here and how the children are so close to it, we're not going to stand for it. I'm very sorry. We're not going to do it. I fought before for Hill, and I'll fight now for Hill. And I'm not moving from this spot till this is closed. That is it.
A white man shot dead 3 black people at a Dollar General store in Jacksonville, Florida on Saturday before fatally shooting himself in what authorities said was a crime fueled by racial hatred. Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters told a news conference authorities received information after the shooting that the suspect had authored several manifestos.
One to his parents, one to the media, and one to federal agents. Portions of these manifestos detailed the shooter's disgusting ideology of hate. Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people.
Waters said law enforcement believed the shooter acted alone and stressed that there was no evidence he was part of any large group. He described the weapons used as a Glock and a semi-automatic AR-15 style rifle with swastikas scrawled on it. According to Waters, the 3 victims were 2 men and a woman, with no others injured. Jacksonville Mayor Donna Deegan urged for action, saying this kind of tragedy must not continue to happen.
It's too often the same folks. And this type of hate, this type of, you see the swastikas on the gun, we must do everything that we can. We must do everything that we can to dissuade this type of hate.
Again tonight with important information about SNAP benefits. Now, starting September 1st, DSS will have new screening requirements.
And as a result, SNAP recipients ages 18 to 50 who don't work or volunteer 20 hours a week could lose benefits. Here's Zoe Henry.
Starving someone isn't going to make a job easier to come by. It's just going to make them starve.
New changes for SNAP benefits are on the way for SNAP benefit recipients ages 18 to 50 and also identified as able-bodied adults without dependents.
So in the eyes of the federal government, this is someone who is able-bodied, meaning that they can work or they can do some sort of outside employment or qualified volunteer work, but they don't have dependents.
This group of people now must meet employment requirements to get benefits. A person considered to be able-bodied without kids must work 20 hours a week or 80 hours a month. Otherwise, their benefits will be limited to 3 months.
Within a 3-month period, they would be prohibited from applying for SNAP assistance for 36 months.
These standards were set by the federal government through the Fiscal Responsibility Act signed by President Biden earlier this year. According to DSS, 29,000 people in South Carolina fit into this category and will be screened starting September 1st. Sue Berkowitz with SC Appleseed Legal Justice says this will negatively impact thousands.
It's really going to hurt a lot of our rural areas. It's going to hurt our poorer counties because folks are not going to be able to find work. The other things folks can do if they can't find work is they can do community service.
But even with an opportunity to volunteer, nonprofit organizations may not be able to support that many people in need of employment or volunteer opportunities.
Well, there's this belief that there's all these nonprofits out there that can absorb tens of thousands of people to do community service, but our nonprofits don't have that ability to absorb.
DSS says there will be exemptions for veterans, pregnant women, and others.
The average American says they need to earn $233,000 a year to be financially comfortable. But in 2021, American workers on average made only $75,203 annually.
Americans are sort of looking at how much money they would like to have to be financially secure, and that ends up being basically 3 times what the average income is in this country. And to be essentially wealthy or really successful, it's magnitudes above that.
72% of Americans said they weren't financially secure given their current finances. And more than a quarter of Americans said they'll likely never be financially secure.
By the numbers, their debt is lower and their savings are higher coming out of the pandemic, but they're more anxious about what's going to happen next, if they have job stability, if they're going to be able to have secure retirement.
With well over half of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, many are failing to meet some of their modest financial goals.
There are actually millions of people struggling. It's not something that people want to talk about, but if you're in a place where your financial security feels super precarious, you're not alone. And it's not your fault.
Guys, I don't know how the average American is making it right now, because from the looks of it, things are just going to hell. For example, if you want to rent an apartment, the landlord wants proof of income 3 times the rent. And out here in northern New Jersey, that means a 1-bedroom, you got to be making 30 to 50% more than the national average. The groceries have gone up like crazy. It seems like it keeps creeping up ever so slightly, but after 3-4 months, you feel like you feel the increase. Because last year, I would be shopping for myself alone twice a week, and it would run me about $80 each trip. Now it's costing me like $125 to $140 per trip. And when I include going out maybe once or twice a week to eat, my total for food is coming out to be crazy. It's over $1,000. And I know it wasn't like that growing up, it's gotten out of hand. But people are walking around like nothing's wrong, everything is fine, everything is dandy. But it won't be long before people are gonna have to decide whether to pay the rent, pay the mortgage, or feed their families. And of course, people are gonna choose to feed their families. And so, who knows what's gonna happen? But I was at the mall the other day and it was pretty packed. But there wasn't really that many people holding bags. It was just people hanging around window shopping, which doesn't mean squat. It just means people want to get out of their houses and hang around, maybe eat at the food court. And that the food court was popping, of course. But we're going to have to wait and see. I foresee a lot more shoplifting, a lot of stores going out of business because of that. And there's going to be a lot of break-ins, a lot of cars being stolen, a lot of parts being stolen, wheels, catalytic converters, which is already happening, but it's going to more and more people are going to want to do it because they have no other way. More and more people are going to turn to scamming and stealing and all that stuff because things have gotten so expensive. So we'll see. What's the solution? The only solution is for the banks and the Federal Reserve to forgive all debt. That's the only way. There's no other solution. Even if we took 20 nations to war and gave them money to buy from us, it still wouldn't help the situation.
Let me tell you something. When I be complaining about food prices and y'all motherfuckers be like, ain't you rich? Why you complaining about lettuce? Why you complaining about this? That just goes to show me when you become successful, when you have money, you're gonna go broke soon because y'all not budgeting. I get a summary of the money that's being spent in my home every week. So when I'm starting to see that like groceries is like tripling up, It's like, hey, yo, what the fuck is going on? I want to see for myself what the fuck shit is being spent on. And like when I go to the fucking supermarket, like I went to a supermarket, I'm seeing that everything tripled up. That like lettuce was like $2 a couple of months ago, and now it's like fucking $7. Of course, I'm gonna say something.
Inflation will remain sticky for a decade, and Gen Z and millennials are to blame, says Fortune magazine. It's our fault again. But wait, why is it our fault? Well, according to Fortune, it's because we're spending all our money on necessities. In other words, Gen Z and millennials are so broke that we're spending all our money on food and housing instead of like luxury items. The main takeaway here is that inflation isn't going away anytime soon. But not to worry, the 1% have some advice for us peasants. Just don't eat! To save money, maybe you should skip breakfast. Intermittent fasting, am I right? Come on, kids. Instead of spending your money on necessities like food, you should buy some junk to help me and my executive friends buy a new yacht. Instead of let them eat cake, it's don't let them eat eggs. Maybe we should just change the name of America to AmeriCorp, since we're just 5 companies in a trench coat pretending to be a country.
Hey guys, what's up? So I've been seeing a lot of shit about this National Strike Day, and don't get me wrong, man, I'm all for it. I just don't think it's going to be enough. You know, I mean, if you think about it, during COVID, they shut basically the whole goddamn country down, and then it started running again. That was a hell of a lot longer than a day. So I got another idea. So how about after our day off, the next day, we go back into work. We call that National Exemption Day. And we all walk into our HR and we ask them for a W-4 form or a tax form. And we write exempt on our federal and state taxes. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a multi-party issue. I mean, hell, they've got us so divided against each other, it's not even funny. But yet we're all still out here working our asses off, struggling day to day. And they can't even compromise up there in Capitol Hill. And they sure don't give a fuck that we're struggling. So why are we paying them?
Lately, I feel like a lot of people are complaining about the cost of things during inflation. And I just want to say that for years now, like I get that now we're all focused on eggs, but for years, you know who's gotten one over on us? The greeting card companies. I just went to buy a card for somebody's birthday. It's just a stupid bullshit card. There's no glitter. Nothing's popping out at you. It doesn't play a song. $7. $7. When did we go from $2.50 to $7? At this rate, if we don't say something, in like 10 years, it's just going to be the card. You're not going to have any money left for somebody's gift. You're just going to be giving out cards.
All day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul.
I can rock with that.
These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end.
Okay.
Those are rich men, those are rich men.
This is true. Tell 'em, buddy.
Some of us can't say what we absolutely know is true, and he's articulating it.
I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me.
What?
People like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, it ain't. And it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men know the rich men.
Present that to y'all. So initially we had planned to make this speech to law enforcement, but since they're a no-show, we're going to make it to y'all. So members of the media, the public, my brother's standing here in arms today, law enforcement that is probably stalking this right now, and whoever else cares to listen. Why are we here? Today, August 19th of 2023, many of us young men of Virginia who have either been in war or served our country have a grievance against the Sheriff's Office of Gloucester County, Virginia. In 2021, this Sheriff's Office, among many other Sheriff's Offices in the state of Virginia, vowed to be a Second Amendment sanctuary, promising to preserve the very amendment that protects our Constitution and our homeland. In recent months, they have enforced unconstitutional laws and invented new offenses to satisfy their desire to control this country's politics, including the arrest of 4 citizens lawfully exercising their right to carry a weapon, one of which is actively serving this great nation. When I say the word lawfully, I mean in accordance with the rights protected by the Constitution and without regard to any supposed law that contradicts those rights. These men have fallen victim to weaponized politics. Concerned for the community, they attended a school board meeting at an office facility that, according to zoning laws, is a government facility. And after the speech given by a community member peacefully addressing the misuse of power by members of the school board and the use of politically motivated violence by an elected official prior to that meeting, all 4 men exited the building peacefully and quietly to return to their daily lives. They were immediately and without provocation confronted by sheriff's deputies who then asked them if they were armed. In the following discussion, it was determined that they were in fact carrying weapons in accordance with their rights. All handguns were confiscated, and less than 3 days later, felony warrants were issued for their arrest. All of this transpired because they spoke up against the misuse of power in Gloucester County, and Sheriff Warren felt the need to protect his corrupt cronies. Seeing this misuse of power repetitively across Virginia, beginning with the General Assembly's special session in 2020 that passed unlawful acts of armed control, has led me to believe this: the law and the creator of the law are not the direct issue. The ones who enforce the law are the most basic threat to our liberty when they abuse their power, as Sheriff Warren has done. For without this arm, this weapon, this blue boot, the law has absolutely no power. Hypothetically, if China were to invade us, we wouldn't take the fight to their Politburo, we would fight their infantrymen, the boots on the ground. When it comes to the law has no power until it's enforced, and so our problem is with law enforcement who chooses to enforce corrupt laws that violate the Constitution. In days of old, our forefathers repeatedly begged that their grievances be solved. They cried to the king, they cried to Parliament. The king answered by deploying troops to occupy homes, steal arms and money, and murder dissidents and protesters, as we see repeatedly across the U.S. today. This is why our founders warned us of professional men-at-arms enforcing the government's will, and yet somehow supposed freedom-loving Americans have continually given up rights and freedoms to the very standing army that strips away our rights in the name of earning a living. Out of control, rogue law enforcement. Today I'm not here to beg, and I am not here to cry. I'm not here to question their authority. I'm here to completely and unequivocally deny the very legitimacy of its existence. I'm here to do this. I'm here to remind every man and woman that wishes to breach our Constitution that many of us vehemently swore an oath to defend, to remind you that we are awake. We are ready, we will fight, and we will die. We will do everything within our power to defend those rights enshrined within the Constitution. We will not attack anyone, but we will always defend ourselves if attacked. To the officers that are watching this, you violated the Constitution of the United States. Someday you will answer for these violations. If not before man, you will answer to it before God. You disgust us. You are not our brothers. You have no right to fly our flag. You have no right to be an American. You are Tories, redcoats, and not patriots.